Hey up, let me just get the flash on a sec. That's a bit better. He might not think so in a minute. Look at him, fast asleep, chillaxing, enjoying life. He is 4 months now. My baby. He's just adorable. I absolutely love this kitten. I tell you, he's gorgeous. I've got to phone up the vets Monday now. I'm going to have to phone him up to get him booked in because he needs the plums off, for want of a better word. Both him and Cosmo. Cosmo, I don't know where he is. He must be on my bed. I say bed, but I don't use it because it's too small for me. It doesn't feel safe. So anyway, he's sort of gone and sort of formed a bit of a friendship now. In fact, Cosmo and Percy, this is Percy obviously, you know, they've really settled in really well. They've been here good 6 weeks now, not more, 7 weeks, something like that. And they are just loving life here. It's great to see them settling in. Sorry if you heard my tummy rumble there, I don't know. Look at him, so cute. It's just gorgeous. Oh. And then Cosmo is 5 months. We have had the discussion when they went for their second booster jab, the discussion of the plumage. And Percy was well and truly ready. He was ready at like 8 weeks. He was definitely like big balls. Sorry to be discussing your plums. But yeah, he was definitely very well endowed at very early on. Cosmo was the one that had a question mark over whether he was Arthur or Martha. Bless him. And, you know, she had to have a bit of a furk around the vet to see where, because it was like they're well and truly hidden at the minute, but yeah, she could feel them. But on the last appointment, it was, so it's like Percy's 4 months and Cosmo's 5 months. It's like the change, you know, it's like babies when they go from like newborns to like when they've, you know, you've had them for so many months and then suddenly they sort of, the facial features sort of change a bit and, you know, they put on a bit of weight and that and you think, my God, when did you grow? It's like overnight it sort of happens, doesn't it? It's like they've been stood in a compost bag and, you know, overnight just gone, whoa. It's really weird. Cosmo comes and sleeps on me at night time, and Percy tends to go and sleep on my fabulous power chair. Excuse the mess on the floor. It's just one of those, unfortunately. Yeah. So he's taken to sleeping on my chair cushion. But Cosmo has a tendency to come and sleep on me. Last night he was so cute. Yeah, it was lovely. But yeah, they're starting to adapt now. The other cats are starting to realise, do you know what, they're not going anywhere. It is what it is type of thing. So I've got Minnie's sleep here, which hasn't happened for a while, comfortably. Today it's been like the accepting of, yeah, these are here now and they're not going anywhere, because she does give them a bit of a bitch slap every now and again. But then she does it with a few cats, you know. It just makes me laugh when she does it. It's like, but the Muppets and Miss Piggy and how she used to karate chop everybody, you know. That was such fun. It does make me laugh. Gizmo's up there. These are my 2 older cats now. So Gizmo's what, 12 coming up? He'll be 12 and she'll be 11. It's scary. You know, I don't want them to grow old. But at the moment they are just... It's funny, these two are bonded, but they absolutely have this love-hate relationship. So one minute it's like he's chasing her and she's all growls and like, get away from me. And then the next minute they can be very closely cuddling and, you know, he'll sort of nibble her head and, you know, it's all very sweet, or she'll sit by him and stuff, and it's like, what? A minute ago you were sort of scrapping and hating each other, and the next minute you're like, come and have a cuddle, come on. So, but they are gorgeous together. They've just, yeah, they just have had to find their own sort of slot in the pecking order. Yeah. So, look at him. Yeah, I've just had that pizza from Aldi, the plant menu one, or whatever it's called, of their range. I think it's plant menu. The smoky, no bacon and mushroom stuffed crust pizza. Can't even speak. And it was okay. Stuffed crusts have a tendency to have like a soggy type of base. And it's like you can have a crispier bottom, but then the top can be like cremated. So it's like, it's really hard to have a fine line with some stuffed crusts. That's what I found anyway. Maybe it's my cooking skills, I don't know. But for me, it was a bit, I won't be buying it again, put it that way. I needed to try it and see. And pizzas are hit and miss. I like proper, you know, pizzas from a takeaway. Not found an awful lot of pizzas that you buy at the supermarket very, very good at all. The Dr. Oetker one, I forget but it says vegan on the front. That's lovely. It's like their original pizza. And the Chicago Town cheeseburger, spelled with a Z in the cheese. That's nice. I like that. When I first tried them, I didn't like them. I thought they were a bit overpowering with the pickle, but no, I like that. And there's just enough pizza there for me, so I put one with a bit of something or other on the side, you know, just to, yeah. It's quite funny because I'm working it out. It's about 3 years to the day that I first picked up my first vegan items. At the time, I wasn't officially vegan, but it's like I was trying to work out, sort of detach myself from, you know, the mental abuse and what I was allowed and what I wasn't allowed, because for a lot of years, from the age of 11, I was actually a vegetarian. And then one of my exes didn't like me being vegetarian, and it was like, oh, you freak because you don't eat meat and stuff, you know. I used to drink like the nut milks, and I wasn't vegan, but I had a lot of alternative stuff. But at that time, I still would have classed myself as a vegetarian, because there were things that I'd buy that had milk in it, and, you know, I wasn't checking the listings of what was in it and stuff, you know. And I ate eggs, not knowing about the egg and what went on in the dairy industry. And you think you're doing good as a veggie, but actually you're no better than the meat eaters, because you're still paying for the abuse of animals. But it's really, really hard to sort of get a vegetarian to sort of realise, well, actually, you're not doing any better than a meat eater, because you really think as a veggie that you are doing the best and you are like for the animals. I mean, when I went vegetarian, there wasn't no internet access, so it was very, very difficult. Um, and you know, you'd find out from leaflets, talking to activists that were in the town, trying to get people to sign petitions and that, and they'd talk to you and get you to phone up Animal Aid to send you leaflets. So that's how you heard about it. And yeah, I was vegetarian. I was a hardcore veggie for a long, long time. And then I came across one of my abusive exes, and you think everything's all hunky dory, and then you're taught that actually, oh, you should be eating this, and you find yourself conforming because you don't want to trigger them, because they get really, really angry and hostile, and it's like, to keep the peace, you eat what everybody else is eating. And it is really, really hard. It really is. It's horrible. I mean, I hated it. And then, there's always this, knowing what you're eating, you feel like I shouldn't be eating this. And when I could, I used to buy corn stuff in, especially if it was reduced, it would suddenly be able to sneak in for the odd meal. But it was difficult. And then when I got rid of the last abuser, I had 6 months of trying to, basically grieving the relationship, because it's like a lot of years of being with somebody, and you suddenly are, detachment. You're trying to detach yourself and realise that, what, I don't need that person anymore. But your head, it's hard to explain it. Your heart and your head are sort of fighting in amongst yourself. You want to get out of it, but you love that person. You're like, oh, that maybe they didn't mean it. Maybe there is a chance we can work things out. And then you think, no, he nearly killed you. He threatened to kill you when you were asleep. He smashed stuff up. He did this, he did that. He was vile to your son. The list just goes on and on and on. And then I'd look through old photographs, because I took photographs of some things that were smashed and broken and that. And I did. I had evidence compiled, and I kept hold of it. And every now and again, if I was feeling like but could we work this out? Because he used to contact me, and can we get back together? And I'd be like, I don't really want to. Can we meet up? Can we just meet up for a drink? Go and meet at a garden centre. Can we? Can we do it? Can we talk? Oh, your son doesn't have to know. It's fine. And I met up with him a couple of times, and then I felt really bad in myself. It was like my recovery took so many steps forward, and then it would go back again, like ripping a plaster off. So I was speaking to a counsellor on a Facebook group. She was lovely, from overseas, and she was like, how does he make you feel every time you see him? And I said, awful. And she says, well, I think you know what you need to do then, don't you? I mean, she wasn't turning around and saying, you need to block him. At the end of the day, it was, it's my decision to do that. And I did it. And then there was a time where I did unblock. And then, of course, all the flannel starts talking out of their mouths, and, it's like, start sending you messages galore all over again, and I can change, I didn't mean this. these people are poisoning your head that are trying to counsel you and all the rest of it. Yeah. So 6 months down the line from when I'd been free from him, I went to Weight Watchers. It was January, and I literally had been to the meeting. I went to the Aldi that was nearby on the way home, and there were veganuary bits in there, and there was the pizza that I've just eaten, but it wasn't stuffed crust. It was the no smoky bacon and mushroom pizza. And I thought, when I saw the pizza stuffed crust, I thought, I'm going to get it because it's like eating that first meal again. And the first time I had that pizza, I really enjoyed it, actually. I thought, oh, yeah, this is good. And then I watched Veganuary. I watched a program called Veganville. It was a 3-parter, and I watched it. And the moment that I did that, I went vegan straight away. Straight away. I thought, this is what I should be doing. This is how I feel in myself. So I did it. I just had a big clear out of everything in my fridge, freezer, cupboards, got it all into bags, and I gave it to a mate of mine. And I said, do you want these bits? I've gone vegan and I don't want these in the house. If you want them, fine. If not, I'll bin them. And she was like, oh yeah, I'll take it. And there was loads that she had. So, yeah, anyway. So yeah, for me, it's another year vegan and really proud of myself. And it feels great to be compassionate and kind for the animals. Yeah, I'm really proud. So yeah, another year vegan. Woo! Anyway, so going on to the journal, yesterday was a really bad day for me. I was feeling really, really down. A really dark place yesterday. I've had for so long now, so many months now, I've had a friend come and clean for me. She'd be here for a good couple of hours and we'd have a chit chat and put the will to rights and everything, and it was great. She's had to go poorly. She's had an operation yesterday, so she's on recuperation time. She says she'll be back by the end of January, but I'm like, give yourself time. Don't rush yourself to come back. Because she loves coming, and, and it's great. It's a really nice. I enjoy it. I enjoy the company. And she enjoys the company and the chit chat. And we used to work together when I worked at Asda. So, yeah, and we used to have lots of chit chats then as well. So we've been good friends for a lot of years. And then I've taken on somebody that's a carer for me a couple of times a week, an hour, just to come over and do a few jobs for me and that, which was great. So she'd peel and chop vegetables. She put them on for me, boil mashed potatoes for me, do that. So I'd have a meal with some fresh cut vegetables. So she did that. Putting any clothes away, sorting out the washing machine, if I needed it doing, that kind of stuff. Going with me to a shop, helping me with the shopping, doing a bit of washing up for me, anything like that. And yeah, right up until just before Christmas, she was able to do it, and then it's like nothing was said that she wasn't going to come. But when my friend went really poorly and she wasn't able to clean, and the house or the flat was starting to look a mess, I did what I was able to do, which is very, very little because I really struggle. and I had my care lady know somebody that could clean for me. So anyway, she came over to introduce herself, and I said, oh, as a temporary measure. And she's been over a couple of Tuesdays. Last Tuesday she came and, she did cleaning, deep cleaning. And then she would get things out the dryer, fold them up, washing machine, put things from the washing machine into the dryer and all that sort of stuff. Things that I never asked her to do. She's just done them. Stripped my bed, sorted that out for me, changed my bedding, put that in the washer, all that sort of stuff. And it's been fantastic. But I only had her for the one day because I've only needed her to come and clean. But I was expecting my care lady to come back and she hasn't appeared. So I really don't know what's going on with that. I know she wasn't well before Christmas, but I've asked her when you're coming again and I've not heard anything. So I really don't know what's happening. And when you're reliant on people to help you, to have nobody appear is really, really hard. And yesterday I was needing some assistance. My son did some things, but it was like he wanted to do something else. It was like I'm doing it because I'm asked to, and it just felt like he didn't want to be there. So it created a really bad atmosphere and I got so upset, like literally I was sobbing when I got back. And I just felt in a really dark place that there's nobody to help me. And I don't know what's happening with this lady and I need to ask her what's going on. But I'm going to leave it for another week and see what happens, whether she contacts me over coming or not. Because I really don't know. And, when you get somebody that comes and they're doing a job to cover one person, not two, I'm struggling massively. And I was in so much pain. Everything was super swollen up yesterday, my joints everywhere. And I just felt an absolute mess and so alone. And I wasn't able to manage anything. And when you can't do something and you're reliant on other people and these people aren't there to help you, it brings you down. It really does. So anyway, my son's washed up for me after my little stressy. I got so down and I said to him that it's hard and I'm really struggling and I feel like it was nice to get somewhere with somebody coming to help and take a bit of pressure off. And then suddenly they're not there. It's like, what the hell? And I says, I need the help. You need to understand, I need the help. I'm not doing it because I can't be asked. I need the help because I'm in pain and I can't do it. So anyway, he's washed up for me and done a few other things as well. So yeah. But yeah, anyway, so this is Friday the 6th of January. Don't know why I needed to look on this for the date. She's put, I love writing lists to clear my overcrowded head. Write a list of things you need to do here. It could be for tomorrow, for the week, or for the whole year ahead. So we'll start up here. Take the tree down. The tree is still up. I've still got my candy canes up outside that light up. Yeah. And that's going to come down tomorrow now. I'm doing one bit at a time. Okay, bookend Percy and Cosmo for their weigh-in at the vets, which I shall do. So this is like this week. That's why I've put this week. Unpack a box in my room, take your time and breathe. And I've put a smiley face because I've actually been in whilst my pizza was cooking, before I did my pizza actually, I grabbed a bag that has a bag for life that's got some stuff in it, and I did actually manage to have a sort through and get rid of a few things, which I'm pretty impressed with because it takes a lot from me. I've got ME as well as fibromyalgia and arthritis, and it's where I get fatigued very, very quickly. And to do that was a lot, and I did it. So I'm really proud. So that's a tick. Get the car cleaned inside. Not been done. I was trying to read what that said. I can't read my own writing. And out as well. Yeah, my poor little car. When we moved last year, my plan was, after we'd done a million trips to the tip, I was going to take. Yeah, I was going to take the car to be valeted out and then get it good clean on the outside as well. But it just hasn't happened. It's just been one thing after another. But this is the plan now, to give the car a little bit of a TLC job. I need a care plan. So basically, I need to see what's going on with my care person, whether she's coming back. She's not a proper care person. She's somebody that I know, and I used to work with, and she's lovely, don't get me wrong, really, really nice lady. But I just think that since she started a new job, I think her time's been took up with obviously the long shifts, and then she's got a dog that's old and needing attention when she's been at work all day. And then I know she wasn't very well, but I need to know exactly what's going on, whether she's going to come back. I mean, I may say, what about if you just come on a Saturday just to help me out? Because at the minute I'm really, really struggling. I'm not going to lie, I am really, really struggling. And I need the help. And, you know, if I can I've got to have a discussion with a few people first and foremost. The lady that's coming to clean, it may be, and I never thought I'd say this because I thought she was a bit much when she first come. She was just into everything, and I just didn't like it. It made me very uncomfortable. But I actually may say to her, do you want to come and do me this, and this? She may be helpful to go shopping once a week, or it might be that she does the deep cleaning, and my mate who is my cleaner, you know, could come and do different duties. Because I desperately need somebody to be able to help and to reach stuff down, get it to the checkout, bag it at the other end, and then we come back here. A quick tidy round of whatever, because obviously with 7 cats, messes do happen off fur and stuff. So it's just a light clean compared to the much deeper clean. So that might be an idea, especially if she's had surgery. So it's something I'm trying to sort of think of options, and then we'll see with my care lady what is going to happen with that. So it's like I need 3 conversations to see what people can do for me, basically, because I'm struggling massively. And then the phone for mum and dad, I need to sort out a phone that's compatible with the other ones. I found one. I've just got to order it in, and then they're sorted then. With phones for the home that they can hear, because they're very hard of hearing like me. And they don't always hear the phone going, so yeah, it's been good that I've helped them out by getting these phones in the first place. Yeah, it is, it's good. And then Tuesday, pay off final £20 on curries. Can't wait to do that. So that's one of the 3 appliances left to pay off. One done. And then put the cleaner's money up and the window cleaner's money up. But I am starting to do the change pot, the money pot over there. I don't know if you can just about see it. There's some money sitting in there. Second shelf down to the left. So yeah, it's just nice because I am, with writing it all down, it's like I've got a bit of sense of order in my head. And I am actually able to think, do you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's sort that out. Let's tackle that. But I may have just thought, oh, I'll do it later. I'll sort that out another time. And I just haven't done it. So, but there we go. Woohoo! And then tomorrow is Saturday. You're a week into the new year. How is this starting new... Hang on. Let's move this out of the way. Start again. So, yeah, a bit of food for thought now. You're a week into the new year. How is this new start making you feel? And then write down your honest emotions here. So, there we go. Right. So, plenty to think about. I do feel relieved, actually, that this book has given me a sense of order and a bit of structure. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Just to make me think, yeah, I need to do this, I need to do that, and I will do it. And it's just nice to see a box unpacked, a little bit of floor space that's empty, and, one less bit of chaos. I mean, there are still other boxes and things still left to be unpacked, but I've got a little pile that's starting up for the charity shop. So on to the next bits now. And then I'll review coming up soon. Right, I'm going to go. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time. Bye.